one of the best book I have ever read. I love so much. So next book is Crime and Punishment. And a good read.
A few minutes later.
Hi everyone, in today's video I will be classifying all the books I have read so far in terms of a good read. That is a book that wasn't that much thought-provoking for me, but I really enjoyed reading them. Other books will be a good book, that is, they were very thought-provoking but not a quite pleasant while reading, but they're going to stick with me forever. And a book that is a combination of both. So that was a good read and a good read, and that was
1 hour later.
so that was a good read and a good book for me. So yeah, let's begin. Let's get straight into the video. So the first book I will be talking about is Tuesday with Morris. So this book particularly, of course, it has some things that I'm gonna take with me forever in my life, but I think it is more of a good read for me. So next book is Crime and Punishment. This book, it was a very good read. I was on my toes while reading this book. Oh my god, this is that crazy book. It was such a good read and such a good. That is going to be here. Like both. It was a combination of both. Like perfect book I have ever read. It's perfect. This Notes from the Underground. While this book was a good read, but like the part 1 was quite boring. So I will say not quite boring, but I didn't like it that much. This book is going to, of course, stick with me forever. So it will be a good book for me. Well, I think it will. I can say that it will depend on people. I think a lot of people will say it was a good read too. It was indeed a good read, but I'm going to throw it into this box just because it wasn't. The part 1 was quite hard for me, and I read that at the time I was a new reader. Yeah, I might change my opinion in the future. Who knows? Yeah. So on to the next book. So this is the next book. Who Moved My Cheese? Okay, so this book, when I ordered it, I was like, it's going to be quite a cliche type of a book, but oh boy, how wrong I was. It was a very very good read for me, and it stick with me. Like, oh my god, I'm quite surprised that I like this book that much. It's so surprising that whenever we think of something that it is not going to work out or anything like that, but it is quite opposite and completely different. So it is very very fascinating to think about this. Yeah, so this is both for me. Like, wow, I'm surprised at how it was both for me. So yeah, it is going to be in the both terms. The next book is No Longer Human. Now, many people say that it is a good read. Yeah, that was a good read. But I read it after finishing Crime and Punishment. So the thing is that Crime and Punishment was such an intense book with so many details that this book didn't felt like that much detail. I don't know how to explain this. Maybe I'm quite young to understand this book. I absolutely love this book. It stuck with me forever. It stuck with me. But whenever I encountered something in my life or something happens, I remember this book. I'm like, oh my god, he was feeling safe. It's like, yeah, it was a good book for me, and maybe it will become a good read with time. I'm going to, of course, read this book again. So yeah, it will go.
Inner peace.
This is the next book. This is Things Only You Can See When You Slow Down. Another type of book that I don't usually read, but oh boy, this book, oh my god, it is definitely both a good read and a good book for me. It's such a great book, I love this book so much. Things you can only see when you slow down. You know, when like just sometimes in our life when there's something happening, maybe like you want to rip a wrapper of a candy and you can't, and you're just extremely. Then I remember, things only you can see when you slow down, I automatically just slow down. Isn't it great? Like, wow. I used to eat a lot of junk food, but I quit because I tried eating like binge eating, and then I was just like, I slowed down for a moment, and I was like, why? What's the reason why I'm eating this when I can eat healthy food? Why to poison my own body with my own hands? Yeah, so like I think nothing related to junk food and all things you can only see when you slow down. But I don't eat any sort of packet food now thanks to this. Well, I'm trying food, but I've completely quit that packet food. Like, oh wow, just like one book that is not even related. This is the like magic of the book, or like anything we encounter in life. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be related to that thing, but it just make your mind so sharp, so wiser, so calm. Yeah, this is what books do. They make your mind calm. So now, this is what books do. They make your mind so calm, so you can do so many things with them. This is 1984 and Animal Farm. These two books are my favorite book. This is going to be definitely a good read, because I didn't learn much from this book, and 1984. It is going to be my favorite book of all time. It is such a great book. I'm in an awe. Like, wow. I don't know why I'm so drawn to this book, but this book is so good. I mean, if someone will say recommend me some book to read, I will say, yeah, read this. I will be shoving it in the face. Read this book. It is so good. So yeah, of course, you know where it is going. You hey. Next is Watership Down. So about this book, I was quite confused. This is the only book I was confused about where to put it. So it was quite boring sometimes, quite a chunky book, as you can see this. It was quite boring in some parts, and it was not a very good read. It kept me hooked. I was thinking about it, but not that much, like comparing it other books. But I think like Crime and Punishment was such a good book, 1984, but it was such a good book. This book is so good. I have learned so much about courage, that there is something about this book that I love so much. So it is going to be on a good read, but at the top, like it is the best read. Of course, my favorite books like 1984 and Crime and Punishment are good. They are my favorite. This is nowhere near in the list of my favorite books. It is, of course, it's on the third number, but about thought-provoking, something that changed my life, it is going to be this chunky book. Even it was not a good read, it is still one of the best book I have ever read. I have no regrets of reading this book, and I look at the world in a different way after reading this book, because it is such a good book, so well written. The way the Richard Adams, the way he wrote this fantasy world, the mythologies and everything, it is like, wow, I'm in an awe. Not because of this I like this book so much, but wow, just wow. Like this book changed my life. This is such a good book. It is not a cliche book, oh my god, do this. It's about rabbits and their journey, but still amazing book, guys. Amazing book. Do I have any words for this book? No. Speechlessly good, changed my life. Didn't expected this from this book, but just wow. That is it for today's video. If you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to my channel, and please comment what type of videos would you like to see in the future. So yeah, bye bye.